but before I met my wife, that he shined light on different questions to ask about stuff I didn't even think about asking, about finances, about Social Security, about
Social Security.
Not Social. I'm sorry, not Social
I don't
Security.
think nobody asking nobody no Social Security. That's a red flag. Don't ask me nothing about my Social Security card.
I'm talking about credit score, asking about job history, asking about relationship history, asking about goals, asking about a lot of different things that you would want to know in the beginning. Do you have kids? How many kids? If you don't have kids, do you want kids? What's your love language?
I would ask somebody, do they have any history of mental health illnesses?
That's a perfect question.
I mean, seriously, because you need to
Does it run in the family?
Does it run in the family? And different, physical disabilities or diseases, like high blood pressure, diabetes, all of the genetic questions, because if you're wanting to build a family with this person, your children can inherit that. So those are questions you should be asking.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do somebody think that they're your
Have you ever been married?
Have you ever been married? Do you still stay with your parents? Do you stay with your grandparents? Are you staying with your sister? Do you have a car?
Have you ever been to jail?
Have you ever been you had a criminal record?
Right.
Is any criminal records pending?
You said
anything pending right now? Like, bruh, are you on a dating site? Still on that date.
Have you ever been molested?
Have you been molested?
Have you raped somebody? Seriously, these are questions because that's some trauma there.
Exactly.
And I believe, because I know a lot of people say, I don't feel like sharing that on the first date or the first couple of dates. Why would you wait until you deep into the relationship to share something like that?
Right.
In my opinion, that should be shared early on. I'm not saying the first day you just sit down, but I got raped by, I'm not saying bring it out like that, but it is critical to ask important questions in the beginning within the first 60 days, because you're going to waste your time. If this person has any type of unresolved trauma or, they can't even talk about being molested. They can't even talk about what has happened to them. That does not sound like that's healthy.
Are you a mama's boy? Are you a daddy's girl? Do your daddy or your mama pay your bills?
Right.
Can you take care of yourself? Can you fold laundry? Can you wash dishes?
I believe, can you cook? And a lot of people lie and they say, oh yeah, I could do all of these things, but that's another thing. Observing.
No, you did right.
You need to see action, not just make sure you make that list. Yeah. And if they say that they checked off all of these things, make sure that you're testing that.
Exactly.
Because
if
you find out them to be a liar on some of these things, that's not a good sign.
It's not. Get you a spreadsheet and write all your questions down. Check them out. I don't care. What are you doing? I don't care. I'm gonna ask you questions to make sure in the next week, next 3 months, this all lines back up.
And what are the things that are important to you? Because we can't give those type of everybody's questions will vary, because what's important to you? What kind of communicator are you? How do you handle conflict?
Exactly. Definitely. Y'all need to deep dive on how you handle conflict. Do you have emotional issues? Do you get angry fast?
Or do you shut down and bottle things up? Can I even talk to you?
Right. Can I depend on you? And we have an emotional conversation as adults. Or do you run off and now you go sleep with your ex because we had a minor conflict?
But that's the thing, right? Do you have lust issues?
Do you have
some type of porn addiction?
Do you have porn addiction?
Do you have any type of addiction? Weed, alcohol? Are you dependent on anything?
Are you a crackhead?
Well, right. Have you ever done any heavy drugs? These are good questions because somebody could relapse at any moment. Right. Any type of stressor. Do you have severe anxiety that causes you to have panic attacks and anxiety, or OCD? Or these are things that people need to know. Right. Instead of talking about, oh, what's your favorite candy? Right. What's your favorite color? Oh, what's your favorite place to eat at? That's all good. You could learn that as y'all go. Right. That can Nah. Have you
Right.
seen a therapist
Right.
before? Do you believe in counseling?
Do you
If
go
we
to the
ever
doctor?
if we ever had any type of conflict that we could not resolve on our own, would you be open to go to counseling or coaching?
Right.
How open are you to those things?
How much money do you make?
Now, I don't know if that should be a first date type of question, because the only reason why I say that is because that could be taken the wrong way. Society is all about, it's not. Yeah. I don't know if you should ask somebody like, "Oh, what's your bank statement looking like?"
No, definitely not the bank statement.
Well, I'm just saying that's the same thing as asking somebody how much they
How
make.
much annually do you make? Roughly around a certain. Now people can feel.
I heard somebody say you could just go Google the career and you could see a rough estimate, but I'm not telling you because I think that
Well,
that is
I think
kinda,
some people get offended because they on the video, they on YouTube asking that and then explain that.
Nah, he said it wasn't just the video. He was saying like in general that shouldn't be something. One of the first questions you ask somebody.
Well, not the first. You could go on the second date, but still, finances is a big question for some people or some people in that aspect, because it's like, hey, are you a career driven person? Are you selfish about your finances? Are you driven just about your career, but you don't spend that time at home that much? Are you worried about your finances? Are that you shut down, you don't help, you don't allow your partner to help. You just rely on yourself to like, I'm a go-getter, I gotta go, but you don't spend no time with your spouse. And then you find people end up cheating and stuff or stepping out because it's like he's always working or she's always working. So they never have time for me. They find that they got this, if they lost $2,000, now they feel like they gotta constantly go get make up that time that they lost. But they're not worrying about the relationship or the marriage.